I bought this box of magic cards for just under $600, and what I found inside completely blew me away. 3 cards alone paid for the entire lot, and the total value, over $9,000. Let's go back to the beginning because this one was special. Alright, quick note. I'll ding any card worth $5 or more using TCG player market pricing at the time I recorded this. I'm glad I started with this box. It's the least valuable, and I always like to save the best for last. Our first valuable card, Promo Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. And an empty card. You can see a little flicker in the light. It's because I have my fan on, but I'm gonna turn that off after this box. It was getting a little hot. Wishclaw Talisman, Castle Garenbrig. Stormfist Crusader, Reliquary Foil. All of these are playable. A lot of these cards are not quite $5, but I imagine in the $1 to $4 range. Zuran Orb from Ice Age. I love that the old cards are mixed in. That's a good sign. Conduit of Ruin. A bit of a slow start, but stay tuned because this lot is insane. Eladamri's Call. Nice little tutor. DCI Promo Desert. Friday Night Magic. Snow-Covered Mountain Foil. Reforge the Soul, $18. Avacyn. Lorwyn Foil. Bunch of tokens. Alright, let's keep going. This looks like a partial deck. Foil Mother of Runes. Paradise Druid. Fumigate Foil. I like this card. Strong. Spyglass. Duplicates. This was probably once a standard deck, I'm guessing. Karn the Great Creator. Double Karn. Vizier of the Menagerie, Foil. Gilded Goose, Paradise Druid, Heart of Kirin, Deputy of Detention, Spark Double Solid, Hinterland Harbor. Got a few Heart of Kirin foils. Yeah, feels like a partial deck. Settle the Wreckage, solid card. Some basic lands, Time Wipe, Detention Sphere, Nexus of Fate. That's a good game-ending card. Sunpetal Grove, Tamayo, Supreme Verdict. That's a good table wipe. Another Goose. Spark Double again. Fabled Passage. Temple Garden, solid. Alright, a Breeding Pool, foil. Fabled Passage. Another Breeding Pool. Some good lands. That's a cool time wipe. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Good for a little food deck. Once Upon a Time. It's a good card. Fabled Passage foil. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. 2 of them, foil. And the Time Ravelers. 4 of them. Alright, not a bad start. Moving on. Doom Brood, $19. Ooh, Assigned Essence Warden. Foil. Declaration in Stone. That would wipe out a Heir Apparent deck. Lots of promo cards in here. Egg Watcher. Royal Scions. Clackbridge Troll, a Yara, First of Lochthwain. The Circle of Loyalty foil. So many rares in this lot. Witchclaw, special treatment, $45. Nice. That's a cool card. Fayborough Elder, Outlaws Merriment, Stormfist Crusader, Castle Embreth. Another Fayborough. Oh, City of Ass. 2 of them. Cool. Necropotence, always solid. Keen Sense, foil. Oath of Nisa is a solid card. Ninjutsu, Rat Ninja. Utopia Sprawl, that's cool art. Mutavault. Oozes, foils. Another Sprawl. Dig Through Time. Lots of foils. Treasure Cruise. Voice of Zendikar. God of Affliction. Thalia. Those are solid. Ooh. Llanowar Elves. I have not seen that kind before. That's really cool art. And 3 of them. Nice. We've almost broken even and we haven't even finished the first box. That's a good sign. Metallic Mimic. That's versatile. An Eldrazi card. Phyrexian Crusader. We just hit 0. So we've broken even on the lot, and we're not even close to halfway done. Blossoming Defense, good protection. Fiery Temper, promo. Old foil land. These are cool. There's something about the old foils. Dream Chisel. I like that one. Really cool. Crucible of Worlds. Classic card. Awesome. Oh, Scape Shift. Reach it Import. Celestial Colonnade. Omniscience. Solid. Diabolic Intent. Nice collection of tutors here. Entomb. The Evening Star. Haste and Cascade. Some more Mimics. Steward of Elements. Stifle. Nice. Wow. I could put those in some decks. This is a Russian Godsend. Eternal Witness. Gilded Lotus. Morales. A few of those. A nice Swamp from Unstable. Canyon Slaw. Ooh. Foil Promo Narset's Reversal. That's a solid card. Some tokens. Blackblade Reforged. Worship. These are from Signature Spellbook Gideon. I don't see a lot of these. Some good lands. Eternal Dominion Foil from Saviors of Kamigawa. Thirst for Knowledge. Opt. Artful Beauty. That's a cool card. Another Mimic. Foil. Alright, first box down, and we're 324 in the positive, and that doesn't include the cards under $5. Alright, look at these unstable lands. Really cool art. Tons of them. These have to be worth a few bucks each. I will be putting those into my deck. Wow, even more. Tons of these things. I mean, they must have bought so many unstable booster packs. Usually you don't want to see basic lands, but I like these. Dawn Charm, foil. We're hitting a batch of commons and uncommons, but they seem playable. Ooh, Phyrexian Tower, foil. Goryo's Vengeance. I wonder if these tokens or emblems are worth anything. Entomb. I love this card. Another Voice of Zendikar. Pelt Collector. Sacred Foundry. Solid. Berserk. That could be a game ender. Another promo. Man, there's a lot of promo cards in here. Nimbus Maze. Reparations from Mirage. A Forest from Unglued. These are cool. Insidious Dreams. Foil from Onslaught. Really cool. We've got the medallions from Tempest. Sapphire, Jet, Ruby, Emerald. I love those cards. Goblin War Chief, Magus of the Moon. These are all staples. Ooh, Loyal Retainers. Some White Recursion. That's a killer art treatment. Waste Not, Zombies, Flagstones, Liliana. Solid. 3 of them. Crucible Worlds. Did I get 3 Crucible Worlds? Simeon Spirit Guide, foil, Blood Moon, Piracy from Portal. I love this card. Flusterstorm, Stitcher's Supplier, Reanimate. Alright, that was a good little stretch there. Mausoleum Secrets, another Pelt. Piety from Arabian Nights. Love that card. Tristani. Lots of rares. Vanquisher's Banner. Solid commander card. Death Baron. Liliana, Farmstead. From Beta? No, Collector's Edition. Brawn, Songs of the Damned. I love Brawn. And Anger. Another Songs of the Damned. Goryo's Vengeance. Through the Breach. Another Scape Shift. Another Scape Shift. Damping Sphere, foil. Giora of the Gitu. Springleaf Drum. Alright. Already at 1,000. Wildborn. A few of those. Fabro. Another Ayara. Circuitous Root. Cool. Spike Tournament Grinder. Unbound Flourishing. Some foil Evolving Wilds. Pandemonium foil. Look at that art. So cool. Another Evening Star. Garuk. More Mausoleum Secrets. Knight of the Reliquary. Underrealm Lich. Another Lich. Lots of Pelt Collectors and Mausoleum Secrets. River of Tears. Diregraph Captain. Good for zombies. 2 of them. Shepherd of Rot. Foil. I gotta make another zombie deck. Spirit of Labyrinth. Misdirection. Foil. Botanical. Stone Rain from Beta Edition. I love the old cards. Ancient Stirrings. Ash Barrens. Beast Whisperer. Those are all pretty good cards, even if they're not $5 or more. Paradox Engine. Solid. Life Crafters. Very usable card. Felidar Guardian. Tezzeret. Indomitable Creativity. Mox. Tantalite. Lucky Clover. Silent Clearing Foil. Chrome Mox. $95. Alright. Things are looking up. Solemnity Sealed Promo. I wonder if it's worth more sealed. Tindershoot. Oath of Liliana in Korean. Oh right, a foil Plains from Unhinged. That art is so cool. Richard Garfield. Dahlia. Foil. 3 of them. Alright. Serum Visions. Look at the art on those. Shield Dread. Whispering One promo. That is one nasty card. Tristani. A foil Eldrazi Conscription. Dualcaster Mage. More Thalias. Dasa, God of the Sea. Sunken Hollows. Good to have in a deck. Asylum Visitor. Smoldering Marsh is solid. Oh, Ancient Tomb from Tempest. This one's got a little damage. Looks like it's been ripped. Why do they have to rip the nice cards? Either way, I'll put it in a deck. Greater Good. All right, first box down, last large box. We're at $15.92 in the positive. Here we go. Genesis Wave. Thorian Dynamo Foil. Lotus Cobra. Man, Summoner's Pack. These are playable cards. This is not just bulk. Spell Stutter. Decorated Knight. Happy Holidays promo foil. Thief of Crowns. Foil Paradise Druid. It's a nice changeling. Wasteland. 2 of them. Cryptolith Right. Seen a lot of those. More Unstable Mountains. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I like it. Nico Bolas Dragon God. Sealed. Sinkhole. From Unlimited, it looks like. Almost near mint. Heart Expedition. Ravens. Scion of Una. That's a good fairy deck. More Unstable Lands. Etherflux Reservoir. Reliquary. Foil. Chandra. Primal Amulet. Steam Vents. Steam Vents foil. Another Chandra. Ablaze. Karn the Great Creator. Archangel of the Tides. Nice. Blooming Marsh foil. Got some emblems. Japanese. Relic Seeker. Pirates. Serpent. Lots of promos. Midnight Clock. Silent Clearing. Oh, nice. Special Treatment. Midnight Clock foil. Echo of the Eons. Awakened Inferno. Lots of Chandras. Questing Beast. Mystic Forge. A lot of ley lines too. Arcbound Ravager. Another ley line. Fayborough. Corpse Knight. Look at that art. More Karns. More ley lines. Lotus Field. The Haunt of Hightower. Dread Presence. More Haunts. Steel Overseer. Obnixilis. Tainted Remedy. These are solid. Another Wish Claw. Questing Beast. All promo cards. This person went heavy on release day. We hit a batch of comments that I'll speed up for the viewer. You know, every time you buy a lot, it's a gamble. But I like it to be an educated gamble. Using some clues, you can find lots that'll really give you 10 or 15 times your money. Gadwick. Ayara again. And these are all foil rares. Probably a couple bucks each, somewhere in there. Torbrand foil. Magic Mirror. Lots of Fayborough. Fable Passage promo. Ayara, Special Treatment. Lots of Bone Crushers and Iron Crags. Fayborough. Giant Killer. This one's got a misprint that I've never seen before. The hollow is on the wrong side, dead center, and it's not, there isn't a hologram in the bottom. 3 of them. I'll put those aside and check. Another Faburo. 3 sealed packs of Kinrith, and they're buy a box. They're all duplicates. It's about 36 of them. Alright, this looks like a partial deck inside of a box. Questing Beast, Blood Crypt, nice. Looks like some proxies they wrote down. Stomping Ground, solid. Another Beast. Another Stomping Ground. Man, I wish these weren't proxies. Karuk. Foil. Ancient Tomb would be nice. Another Unstable Land. Another Stomping Ground. Alright. Okay, here's our first deck box. It doesn't really look like a deck. Okay. A bunch of Theros lands. Snow-covered swamp, foil. Dryad, it's a solid card. More Theros lands. These are cool lands. Not worth a ton, but I like the art on them. Thassa's Oracle. Foil promo. Okay. It's a cool looking card. Sacred Foundry. Very solid. Oh man. 3 of them. Nice. Watery Grave. Alright. So there's some good lands in that box. Deck number 2. Doesn't really look like a deck. Scape Shift. Alright. Got a few of those. Sorin promo. Ugin. Fiery Islet. Lotus Field. Foil. Foil Ugin. Magus of the Moon. I like this card. Flooded Strand Foil. Oh man. 3 of them. A Corpse Knight. More Flooded Strands, non-foil. Bloodstained Mire. A whole playset of those. Polluted Delta foil. Look at that art. A playset. Oh man, it just keeps going. A ton of non-foil ones. I need to make some blue-black decks. Wooded Foothills. A foil one. 2 foil ones. Foil Snow-Covered Swamp. Lots of good lands in here. Phyrexian Tower, foil. Cool. Assigned Planes from Asia Pacific Land Program. Mystical Tutor. from Mirage. Doomsday. Foil. Look at that art. False Orders. Looks like beta. It's a cool card. Windswept Heath. Foil. 3 of them. Nice. Some sleeves from 25. Alright, next deck. Doesn't look like a deck again. Some more liches. You know, normally I'd be disappointed that they don't look like decks, but the cards inside have been pretty good. Look at the foil on 10th edition. Johnny. Stasis from 5th edition. Elder Deep. War Leader. Flusterstorm. These are cool. Nice. Playset of those. Peregrine Drake. Sahili Sublime Artificer. Ghostly Prison. Solid. Vampire Token. These are cool. Sarah Avenger. 2 of them. Another Prison. Aegis of the Gods. Damping Sphere. Alright. Another Ayara. Hushbringers. Overgrown Tomb. Foil promo. Everything is foil pretty much in this lot. Arcades. Foil. I love this commander. Another Overgrown Tomb. Krenko. Promo. Another Ayara. Icon of Ancestry. Solid commander card. Trespasser's Curse. Alright, moving along. Druidic Vow. Promo, promo, promo. Pyroclasm. Look at that art. So cool. You just gotta know what it is. Alright, we're at almost $3,200 in the positive. So far, this lot has been a banger. Definitely some old Magic gold. Manglehorn. Dusk Dawn promo. Chief Engineer. That one's cool. Ramunap Excavator. Play lands from the graveyard. All playable cards. Plains. Gisa and Garaf foil promo. Alright, next deck. Doesn't look like a deck again. Alright, let's see. Scions. Blooming Marsh. Botanical. Foil. Demon. Corpse Knight. Assigned Entreat the Angels by Todd Lockwood. Reparations from Mirage. Alright, a lot of reparations. Interesting. Oath of Druids. This is a great card. 2 of them from Exodus. Desperate Ritual is solid. Nivs. These are all solid cards. Finale of Revelation, of Promise, of Glory. A lot of finales. Another Krenko. Narset's Reversal. Ooh, 2, 3. Ugin, another Karn. Another Reversal. Forerunner of the Legion. Cunning Wish Foil. Wow, from Judgment. So cool. Unbound Flourishing. Descendant's Path. Foil. Look at that art. From Avacyn. Lots of foil. Mortifies. Growth Spirals. I can use these. Bolas Citadel. Foil. So cool. Look at that art. Alright. Next deck box. This one looks like a deck. Nature's Will. Foil from Kamigawa. Ulamog. Foil. Grizzlebrand. Kozilek. Foil. Emrakul. Aeon's Torn. Special Treatment Foil. Omniscience Foil. Simeon's Show and Tell from Urza's Saga. Cool. Elvish Spirit Guide. Another one. Foil promo. Omniscience Foil. Another one. Foil. Hypergenesis Foil. Simeon. Wooded Foothills. Scalding Tarn. Foil. Another one. Intuition from Tempest. Reserve List. Another one. Another one. These 3 cards pay for the entire lot. Reserve List. Powerful. So cool. Scalding Tarn. Another foil. The Spirit Guide. Another Scalding Tarn. Foothills. Island Foil. Look at that art. So cool. A mountain. Force of Will. Let's go. A forest. So cool. A Chroma's Memorial. Foil. That is a killer card. Violent Outburst. A lot of Cascade in this deck. Misty Rainforest. Hypergenesis. Another Omniscience. Grizzlebrand. Another one. More Spirit Guides. Omniscience. Rainforest. Some ley lines. Man, I would not want to play against that deck. Alright. Another deck that doesn't look like a deck. Regeneration from Beta. Crusade. It looks like Beta, but the corners are too sharp. It's from Collector's Edition. Viridian Shaman. Jadit. from Legends. 2 of them. Cool. Traverse. Unclaimed. A wastes. All right. A desert from Arabian Nights. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Toolcraft. Worthy Knight. Another mountain. That's all beat up. Still cool though. Alright, some unglued cards. Rattle chains. Call the Bloodline. Some tokens. Alright, next stack. So many ley lines. Peatland. Hokori, if you want to slow the game down. Circuitous Root. Risen Reef. Goblin War Chief. It's going in the Goblin deck. Lodestone Mirror. Foils from Maraudon. Cool. Nice. Another Sacred Foundry foil promo. Another Scape Shift foil. Alright, we are over 5,000 in the positive. 2 decks left. Do I want the fatty or the sleeved one? I think I'll save the sleeved one for last. Growth Spiral, had a few of those. Mother of Runes, DCI promo, Friday Night Magic. Another Reparations. Stabilizer foil. Cool. Phyrexian Broodlings, Sakura, Classic. Another Lich, another Aegis, Judith. More Nivs, foil promos. Vitali. All right. Hit some cool lands here. Look at those swamps. They're super beat up, but who cares? Containment Priest. Look at that. So cool. Snow-covered lands. Ugin foil promo. Keen-eyed. Spark double. Look at that Everquill Phoenix. Cool. Great Shark. The Ozolith. Militia Bugler. Triome solid. Look at that art. Jory and Ruin Diver. Liliana's Triumph. Next stack. Foil. Lorwyn. Shadowmoor. Those are cool. Riptide Chronologist from Onslaught. I mean, these cards aren't just cool cards. They're also the foil promo versions of the cool cards. Immortal Servitude foil. I love that card. Drana. Nice token generator. Channel. Grape Shot. Foil. Dread Presence. Oath of Liliana. We had a Japanese one earlier. Eternal Scourge. That's going in my Eldrazi deck. Inventor's Fair. 2 of them. Blightning. That's cool. Godless Shrine. Nice. And a foil one. More of them. Some Kayas. Blightnings. More Triumphs. A lot more Triumphs. Sword of Truth and Justice. Great card. I love the swords. Some plains, snow covered. Another Mother of Runes. Tower of the Magistrate. Containment Priest. Umezawa's Jite. DCI promo foil. Electrode Dominance. Spawn of Mayhem. Incubation Druid. Lightning's so cool. Artlands, Snowlands. Seasoned Pyromancer. Another Containment Priest. Another Mother of Runes. Rishadan Port. Lots of snow-covered land. More ley lines. Hero of Precinct 1. 2 packs of them. And they're all the same. Mint. Let me know if you need some of those. Alright, the final deck box. Here we go. Looks like the sideboard on the top. Authority of Consoles. Casmina. Aven Mind Sensor. Stop people from tutoring. Stop people from targeting you. Aether Vial. Foil. Cavern of Souls. Thalia. Foil. Foil Promo. Stoneforge Mystic. Grand Abolisher. Spirit of the Labyrinth. Another Cavern of Souls. More Thalia. Eldrazi Displacer. Damping Sphere. Foil. Another one. Revoker. Blind Obedience. 2 of them. Foil. Rest in Peace. Stony Silence. Some artifact hating here. King of Oreskos. Another ley line. Nice. Sword of Truth and Justice. Another sword. Another Aether Vial. Assigned Rest in Peace. Therese Nielsen. Foil. Silent Clearing. Giver of Runes. Inquisition. Path to Exile. Godless Shrine. Another sword. Light and Shadow. Stoneforge Mystic. Path to Exile. Another Aether Vial. Eldrazi Displacer. Another Cavern of Souls. Liliana the Veil. More Thalias. Foil Concealed. Another Godless Shrine. A signed Plains foil. John Avon. Another Aether Vial. Stoneforge. Another Plains foil. Inquisition. Wow, another foil Plains. Ghost Quarter. Another Plains, non-foil. What is that? More Plains. The non-foil versions. Grand Abolisher. Spirit of the Labyrinth. Another Stoneforge. These are bangers. And another Grand Abolisher. Wow. What is this card? A Sarkhan. Okay, that's the last deck. So after looking through the cards, I noticed that there were some cards with price tags that weren't sent to me, but they were in the pictures. So I reached out to the seller. They acknowledged that I was right and sent me another pack with price tags on them. Kiki Jiki. Foil. Treachery. That's a cool card. Risen Reef. $6 in 2019. Same today. Relentless Dead. Foil. Signed. Another one. Another one. So it's gone up $3 since 2019. And another one. I don't know if Ryan Yee would add to the value. Through the Breach. Foil. Kamigawa. It's gone down since 19. Another one. Darkwater Catacombs from Odyssey foil. Rest in Peace is not worth $20 anymore. Greater Oromancy has gone down. Show and Tell has gone up. Oh man, an Elish Norn Japanese foil treatment. Alright, let's look at the numbers. My initial investment was $594, and after scanning everything, the total came out to just over $9,000. That's more than a 15 times return, and easily one of the best collections I've ever opened.